There has been a little controversy over who asked who on this date. Their first get-together in nearly a year since they broke up over Ukraine, it was always going to be tense. This time, mostly over Syria. Earlier, the two leaders used the UN stage to lay out their positions. Syrian President Bashar al-Assad has no place here, nor in Damascus, according to Barrack Obama.
Yes, realism dictates that compromise will be required to end the fighting and ultimately stamp out ISIL. But realism also requires a managed transition away from Assad and to a new leader.
Russia has more than a vote on that, though. It has muscle on the ground, combat jets, helicopter gunships, artillery, marines and surface-to-air missiles by plenty of leverage. And recent history in Libya, even the US president admitted, has meant that the West gets things wrong.
Even as we helped the Libyan people bring an end to the reign of a tyrant, our coalition could have and should have done more to fill a vacuum left behind.
Scorched by sanctions imposed over his invasion of Ukraine, Vladimir Putin hit back over the Middle East, shifting the sands after the disasters of the Arab Spring.
Rather than bringing about reforms, an aggressive foreign interference has resulted in a brazen destruction of national institutions and the lifestyle itself. Instead of the triumph of democracy and progress, we got violence, poverty and social disaster. And nobody cares a bit about human rights, including the right to life. I cannot help asking those who have forced that situation, do you realize now what you have done?
Diplomacy would appear to be at a crossroads. So at first glance, it would appear that Russia and the United States could not be further apart on Syria. But there are opportunities for both sides to reflect back on each other, and that is over the future of Bashar al-Assad himself. Both Russia and America may be able to agree that the man himself must go, but his regime structures remain in place. That compromise may not be found immediately in meetings between Putin and Obama. But according to sources at Number 10, Britain now faces working more closely with Iran, which, like Russia, is a key Assad supporter, after the Prime Minister met with its President Hassan Rouhani. Given the scale of the humanitarian catastrophe in Syria and the exodus of its people into Europe, there is a palpable sense of urgency and a tiny degree of hope that world leaders might soon solve the Syrian problem, once they agree on what it is. Sam Kiley, Sky News, New York.